to show you how to make tortilla soup. In this I have about half of a cooked chicken. You can use 3 thawed chicken breasts cooked. Or you could throw all of this in your crock pot and just cook it on low all day. But with that, you would want to wait and add your half and half for the last 15-30 minutes. But here on the stove, we're just going to add it, simmer it for about 20 minutes and be done. So you can always do this in your crock pot. But the first thing that I'm going to add is a 14-ounce can of chicken broth. I am then going to add a can of rotel, which is just diced tomatoes and green chilies. Then we are going to add in a 14.5-ounce can of just diced tomatoes. Then I'm going to add in a can of corn. You can always add in frozen if you wish. That is completely up to you. And then I'm going to add in roughly a cup of half and half. You can use heavy cream if you don't have half and half. I've even seen people use cream cheese, milk. It's really up to you. This is just what I have on hand and this is what works. In this bowl here I have 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. I have half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cayenne or red pepper, and then 1 teaspoon of cumin. So I'm going to put all that in there. The seasoning is going to be based on your preference. You like it more spicy, add more. You like it a little less spicy, you know, take it away. Now that I put this in here and I've added all of my fluids, I kind of want mine to be just a little soupier than that. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit more water. Alright, so I just went ahead and filled this can of chicken broth up with some water. And I'm just going to go ahead and stir that. And you basically just want to keep adding liquid until you feel that it's to the consistency that you want. Now, if you don't have that much chicken and you want to take away some chicken, you can always just add in black beans. I've done that before as well. Adding in black beans, especially if you're a vegetarian, just doing black beans instead of chicken will work out just fine. Or if you're trying to, you know, cut down on meat cost, adding some black beans will help as well. You're basically just going to season this to your taste, to your likings. Usually after I simmer it for a little bit, I might add in some more cumin. I might add in some more red pepper or cayenne pepper. But just by the looks of that, I knew that that definitely wasn't enough pepper. People do use salt, but I prefer to kind of limit the amount of salt I add into dishes. So I think that's good. Just pop that on high, get it to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer, and just let that simmer for roughly 15-20 minutes. But again, you can toss all of that into a crock pot, just skip the half and half portion, and cook it on low, and then the last 30 minutes of cooking, add in your half and half. Finally got up to a boil, so I'm going to turn down the heat and let this simmer for about 15 minutes. So while this is simmering, like the last 5 minutes, I like to add in half a cup of a Mexican style cheese, but I only have sharp cheddar, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and toss in here today. But again, you can just let people put this in themselves, but my whole family likes it, so I just add it to the whole soup and makes my life easier. I also want to add, you can add taco seasoning to this to give it more flavor, more spice, but I don't have it on hand today, so I'm just kind of adding the spices that I have in my pantry right now. So again, this is something that you can kind of play with the spices, but that's generally what I do. Alright, and this is pretty much what it looks like. We just top with tortilla chips and cheese, and then there's sour cream. You can really just take this however you want to. Like I said, this is just a simple idea. You can run with it the way you want to. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy.